And here is a call to action to end the show today. This is from the Dallas Observer. So we covered this on the show before. We covered the Save Our Stages campaign. Now, what Save Our Stages is there are policies out there that would help save independent venues. You guys have heard me speak about this. The independent venue scene is hurting a lot. They were, as the website will tell you, they were the first to close and they will be the last to reopen. You guys know that Graham and myself, which by the way, it's Graham's birthday today. Graham and myself canceled our 2020 tour dates. And we, out of all of our tour dates, I know of at least 2 venues that we were supposed to perform at this year that have already closed permanently because of the pandemic. Our venue in Seattle and our venue in Boston. Both of them did not make it. And, as I was canceling the shows and emailing the venues and saying, hey, we're canceling our 2020 dates. We're going to try to reschedule next year. We'll be in touch. A lot of the responses said, I hope we'll be here. And if we are, we look forward to having you. It's a rough scene for independent venues. It's very rough. They have lost pretty much everything. And venues provide a very important thing to a community. They provide a space to perform. And, some venues are better than others as far as how they treat artists. And that's an understatement. But that's a different topic for a different day. We're kind of just looking at it big picture for now. But they provide an essential service to a community, not just culturally by bringing live performance to a place, but economically as well. When you have a thriving live venue in your community, all the other businesses do well too, because, when people go out to a concert or a comedy show or a theater or whatever it may be, whatever the live performance is, they want to get dinner beforehand. A lot of the times they might want to get a round at a bar beforehand. They might want to, they might see a movie theater or some other similar entity that they didn't know about. And they see, hey, that looks pretty cool. I'm going to check that out. They might see a bookstore I don't know why books. I mean, I like bookstores, but you know what I mean. A clothing store, a bookstore, a record store, whatever it may be, that they see and they go, hey, that's pretty cool. I'm going to check that out later. Oh, bumped the mic there. Sorry about that. But they might see that. So you see how a venue helps out a community culturally and economically, and they're hurting. And here's what's going on with Save Our Stages. We have an update on Save Our Stages and that movement, which is why I'm bringing it up today. So the Senate introduces the Save Our Stages Act to grant billions in aid to venues. So this is a grant. All right. So on July 29th, John Cornyn and Amy Klobuchar of Minnesota introduced the Save Our Stages Act in an effort to aid independently operated cultural and music venues affected by COVID-19 shutdowns. If passed, the act, which is endorsed by the National Independent Venue Association and the National Independent Talent Organization, will provide small business administration grants to music venues, theaters, and other venues that rely on crowds in order to operate. And the purpose is to direct the SBA to make grants to eligible venues equal to the lesser of either 45% of operations costs from the calendar year of 2019 or $12 million, and to permit recipients to use grants for costs incurred during the COVID pandemic. Now, if you want to sign this piece of legislation, if you want to sign this to call on your Congress and Senate people to support it, here's where you go. SaveOurStages.com. Time is running out to Save Our Stages. The mission of the National Independent Venue Association is to preserve and nurture the ecosystem of independent live music venues and promoters throughout the United States. This is our final push to Congress, and there won't be another opportunity. Please help us save our stages now, and you can fill this out, and it'll be sent to your representatives. I've done it. I've signed it. You can find it on my Twitter. I tweeted it out as well. And again, SaveOurStages.com. If live music is something you value, if live performance is something you value, If live comedy is something you value, I highly recommend signing this and loaning your signature to this movement. So again, that is saveourstages.com. All right.
Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Get your news on with Ron. Don't you want to know what's going on? We're getting our news on today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You can tweet me an article at Ron Placone. We'll go through it together and make it our own. Get your